Hello Internet. Today we're going to discuss Skull and Bones, the game we were all looking forward to, and then we weren't. And then we were a little bit excited about it, but then we weren't. And then they released something after disappearing for a few years, and it looked okay, but we didn't care still. Anyway, it's a game that's been in development for a little while. You would expect a very polished game. I'm sure that the developers worked on that Deathmark thing and it was just maybe the Deathmark thing was just a once-off. Maybe it's a small little glitch. That's okay. So it's a game... Great. Alright. So, surely that's enough. It's expired. It's a game that's been in development for a very long time. Seriously? You don't think that this would have passed their basic testing? Sometimes I wonder about these, wow. You know, with that much development time, Ubisoft. Good work. Skull and Bones is a game that promised us adventures at seas as a pirate where we could board other ships, do some hand-to-hand combat, and be left with disappointment. Surely the developers have had enough time to work on their UI a little bit. As you can see here, I want to look at the stats of these layered scales so I can easily maneuver my mouse around the other side. Good work. It's a pirate adventure, so digging up chests and opening them should be a really easy thing. I'm going to let you enjoy me opening these next 10 chests. Look at how beautiful that is. How exciting. How much effort they have put into designing this UI. And how the chests definitely weren't an afterthought, or something left over from a previous build of the game. Surely. Good work, Ubisoft. Well done. Saying all those glitches that I've mentioned, and there are a few more and very annoying things about this game, but I have been enjoying it. From being a little bit overpowered and going back to the weaker ships, to being a little bit underpowered, as you can see here in this clip, where I was running away from the pirates, and that's fine. There were too many of them. They were overpowering me. And I should die. It should be a challenging game, and I'm fine for that. And when you die, you have an opportunity to respawn. And when you respawn, you can rush to your loot and pick it up before any other pirates do. What I didn't expect was to spawn in the middle of the enemies again, go through this little animation, and I think they were already shooting at me. To be flooded immediately. I actually tried that a few times. And I had to wait a little while for them to sail off. But to be aggro at you as soon as you spawn again without even a cool off. Where the game does shine is playing with your teammates. As you can see, my friend Mythos there is a bit OP. It wasn't a very enjoyable experience. Playing with my friends and being helped out in situations where I would normally get stuck. I enjoyed working with him and watching him wreck people with his brig. It actually inspired me to do the second job thing and work towards getting a brig of my own. The trade system is a little bit clunky, as you can see in our frustration. To confirm?
And then accept? Fuck's sake.
Something else I really enjoyed was the encounters with other players in the ocean. I was attacking these two ships. Mr. Wang Wang decided to join in. It was actually an encounter that I didn't expect, and I did like that randomness of the game. And once the battle had ended, we were just on our way, doing our own pirate thing. It was nice. There was no need to link up and continue our adventure together. Of course, if you wanted to, the option is there. The question that I'm still asking myself, is it worth the full price that they're asking for? I find the game to be enjoyable, and I like the idea that it is a live service. I'm enjoying the gameplay as it is. I like that it is challenging at times, sometimes too challenging, as you've probably seen in Reddit forums. At the moment, I'm paying the Ubisoft Plus membership for this game. But as it stands, I wouldn't put this game at a full price. They may in the future add extra things that invite that kind of a price tag, but as it stands, I don't think I'd pay more than 45 AUD for this. It has so much potential, but the way that it is, including the islands are more of an obstacle. They look nice on the outside, but you can't really do anything with them. And the parts that you can land on an island and you can explore, all islands are pretty much the same. There's a fire, you can put a little bit of a buff for your ship and your party. There are the same traders pretty much at every island. They're more of a time sink than anything else. And the whole treasure maps, I got to the point with treasure maps where I pretty much just destroyed them. They weren't worth my time. I dug up one at the start of the game. They were great because it boosted your income. At the start of the game, I would recommend doing 1, maybe 2 treasure chests, but after that, there's not really any point. You get most of your money from wrecking other ships, which is where the fun really is. The story isn't bad. I've been enjoying the story. The voice acting's a bit questionable at times, but it kept me engaged enough to go out and wreck things. And as I said before, I do enjoy the destruction of this game, and I do get satisfaction when I'm overwhelmed by enemies and I come out on top. The challenge, that is. Not when I'm completely OP. So a full price game at the moment? No. Could it be? Yes. Will it be? I'm not sure. I'm a first person shooter player, where I rely completely on my skill to beat other people online. And if I don't beat them, it means I've failed myself. And I can improve, and I can practice and get better and get better. Generally, I don't care for these types of games. This game, I enjoyed. I don't like the second job element that they have in there. When you level yourself up to Kingpin, you've got the black market, you've got the helm, and you can do little drug trades and alcohol trades for them, and it becomes a second job, but it gives you better equipment. I'm not a huge fan of that, but the ones that I have played, I haven't hated them. Generally I do. How many hours I can repeat the same thing over and over again though, I'm not sure. If you are into games with the second job element, going and fetching items, going kill this person, come back, report back, moving items from one place to another, escorting ships, this game might have it for you, but I think it will have more in the future. I think if you're used to these games, which I'm not, you may get bored pretty quickly. But if you're like me, and you play first-person shooters a lot, and you want a change of pace and a change of scenery, I think you could easily spend a few hours, well, maybe 20-30 hours in this, and be completely entertained. And you won't get bored. I haven't been bored in the time I've spent on this. But for a full price game, I would expect 50 or 60 hours of entertainment, not 25, 30. Alright, that's it from me. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think. Is it a full price game? Does it give you the value you would expect from a full price game? Or do you think it's worth paying just for 1 or 2 months of Ubisoft Plus and then giving it up, which is probably what I'm going to do. Unless they release something really big, really fast. Alright, I'm out. See you next time.